The universe is not finally serious. The camera has a prejudiced point of view. The camera does not see things as they are. It sees things as it is constructed to see. The camera has been bewitched, and the lens is made the way it is made in order to conform with a certain philosophy of how things are supposed to look. For example, if you show a so-called primitive person a photograph of himself or of a friend, he will not recognize it. He will turn the picture over and look at the back and wonder what happened to the back of the person's head. He will not understand why it's flat. He will not understand perspective. Why are the trees in the distance smaller? They're all the same size. To look really carefully at the surrounding world and not jump to conclusions about the colors of things. You see, a person might walk into this room and be asked, what color is it? And he would jump to the conclusion, oh, it's a sort of off-white. Now, it's nothing of the kind. So just to say it's off-white color is to have an idea in one's head and not to be using one's eyes at all. And to have an idea in one's head and not to be using your eyes is, in a way, to be a victim of Maya. But then you see art and Maya, they have a kind of a curious relationship, because one is not merely a victim of Maya. There's good Maya and bad Maya, as it were. There's a way of creating a world. And in this sense, an artist or a poet is a great creator. They see creatively. Now, ask the question, of what is a landscape itself a picture? Are the clouds like anything? Do they reproduce something? Do the trees mean something? Are they symbols? Are they figures? Are they about something? No. So when an artist paints a landscape in a kind of chocolate box style, he's actually painting a painting of an abstraction, of a non-objective dance, which is the tree or the cloud, see, or the foam on the waves. It's just become a little corny, that's all. It's been done so often. So instead, painters thought, let's not do that. Let's, instead of copying the dances that nature is doing, let's just make dances directly on the canvas. So again, some artist has done Maya, made a new universe to see. Now, however, here comes the interesting point. Is it all a projection, Maya? That's to say, look, when we look at someone is tested on a Rorschach blot, we assume that the story he tells about it is a projection. That is to say, it is only in his mind. And because it's only in his mind, the story he tells you about the Rorschach blot is symptomatic of his particular psychological condition. Are we then going to say that the external world has no order and no sense in it intrinsically, but that is something purely projected into it by human beings? And since human beings might differ from each other, as say one artist differs from another, or as one might have different kinds of brains or different sense organs, does that mean that according to the differentiations in the individual, the external world is changed? Well, let's say this. When the astronomers use their telescopes and they discover that the stars are not angels, or they're not lights being carried in crystal spheres, but they discover these galaxies. When they discovered the galaxies, did they invent them? Were there galaxies there before anybody looked at them through telescope? That's the same question as, when there is a noise, is it noisy if there's not anybody around to hear it? And of course, from a physical point of view, that old problem about the tree falling in the forest with no one to hear it is very simple. It's a problem of relativity.